Every July, Calgary transforms. The city comes alive with energy, tradition, and the unmistakable sound of hooves pounding into the dirt. The Calgary Stampede isn't just an event, it's a celebration of grit, pride, and Western spirit. And for many of us who live here, it marks something deeper, a reconnection to our roots, to the land, to the animals, to a way of life. For the past 15 years, I've been invited to the Birchcliff Stampede event, a private, unforgettable day spent watching the legendary Jason Glass race his Chuckwagon team. His tarp, proudly sponsored by the company who commissioned this painting, Harness Thunder. Watching Jason's horses thunder around the track is awe-inspiring, but the real moment, the one that stays with you, happens after the race. You walk into the barns, and the energy is electric. Those horses aren't calm, they're jacked up, muscles still twitching, eyes wide, nostrils flared. You can feel the adrenaline coming off in waves. You realize you're standing next to something wild, powerful, barely harnessed. And for me, someone who grew up riding horses, that moment hits deep. When I was 9 years old, I had a buckskin gelding named Buck. After him, an Arabian mare named Chandra. I loved everything about horses. I spent hours drawing them, sketching their curves, their movement, their strength. Horses and roses, those were my go-to subjects. Joining 4-H only deepened that love. Through 4-H, I studied horse anatomy, and I began to understand what was happening beneath the surface. Bone, muscle, structure. It made me a better rider, and it made me a better artist. But that love came with a hard lesson. At 13, I helped break an Appaloosa with a trainer. One day, on the ride home from the ranch, that horse rubbed me off again and again. It wasn't just painful, it changed something in me. Up until then, I saw horses the way many children do, as soft, loving, and endlessly trustworthy. But that day, I lost that innocent perspective. I came to understand them not just as gentle companions, but as raw, instinctive forces of nature. They are harnessed thunder. Their power isn't just in their muscle, it's in their presence, their connection to the earth, their ability to respond before you even know what you're asking. It's humbling. I never stopped loving horses, but after that, I began to respect them differently. I saw their wildness, their will, and a quiet fear took root. Not the kind that pushes you away, but the kind that keeps you honest, that reminds you who you're really standing next to. So when I was asked to paint Jason Glass's team, it stirred something in me. Harness Thunder became more than a commission. It was a return to a part of myself, a tribute not just to the thrill of the races, but to the spirit of the animal I loved and feared my whole life. In my studio, I filled the space with country music. It set the tone. It brought back memories of rural life, dusty barns, trail rides, and summers spent in Stampede. And it stirred memories of all the rodeos I've been to over the years. The sound of the announcer, the dirt in the air, and the dust-filled nostrils I proudly earned just by being close to the action. It reminded me what it feels like to be fully immersed in that world, boots on the ground, heart racing. As I painted, I could feel the rhythm of the hooves, the sway of the harnesses, the sweat and breath and blur of movement. And beneath that, the echo of the little girl who used to draw horses for hours, who once dreamed of being close to them forever. This painting carries all of that. It's a tribute to the Stampede, to the electrifying rush of a race, to Jason and his incredible team, and to the parts of ourselves shaped by power, beauty, and the humbling force of nature. Thanks so much for watching and listening to the story behind Harness Thunder. Happy Stampede, everyone! Yeehaw! Here's to the most fun you can have with your boots on. And best of luck this year to Jason Glass and his team. We'll be cheering loud for you from the Birchcliff staff and all of their family. And if you enjoyed this video, I'd be so grateful if you'd give it a like, subscribe to my channel, or follow along on Instagram or LinkedIn. I share more behind-the-scene painting stories, time lapses, and moments from my art life in the mountains and on the prairies. Thanks again for being here.